Today I'm going to show you guys how I make my Toscana soup. Um, it's really simple and it's soup season because it is just disrespectful cold outside. Alright, let's jump into the recipe. So here I am using pork bacon. I'm a fan of it. If you want to use turkey bacon, go right ahead. I also use a mix of Yukon gold potatoes and red potatoes. I take a little bit of the skin off, and as you can see, I leave some on. You can take it completely off if you want to. The choice is yours. Now you can use as much garlic as you want. I tend to like mine a little bit more garlicky, so I tend to use 4 to 6 cloves. If you don't want that many, just use 1 or 2. Next, we're going to go to the onion. I always use a yellow onion because they're a little bit sweeter than the white onions. And if you can find a Vidalia onion, go right ahead because that one's even sweeter, but they're only in season for so long. Now, I'm using ground pork in mine. I've used ground chicken and I've used ground turkey. Ground pork to me tastes a lot better. So what I'm doing is I have my Instapot on saute mode and I'm just browning up the pork. I've added in some mushrooms. That's totally optional. And I'm just kind of building up those flavors. I do want to mention that I did add the bacon in there so we can kind of get that toasting. Now you're going to add your potatoes and onions in there, and I used about 8 or 9 potatoes, medium to small size, and I use 1 small yellow onion. Now I use a concentrate chicken stock or vegetable stock where you just use a couple tablespoons and each tablespoon is a cup of water. I ended up using 4 tablespoons and 4 cups of water just to cover the entire pot. So once you mix it around, you got everything going. Here is where you want to turn off the saute mode, put it on manual setting or pressure cook setting for 10 minutes. Do not add any milk, otherwise you will have straight cottage cheese in your soup. So after 10 minutes, 8 minutes to come to pressure, everything is completely done. This is where you're going to add the last few ingredients to have a bomb soup. So this is where you're going to do your cornstarch slurry. I do about 1/4 of a cup, a couple tablespoons. Just depends on how thick you want it. I had to do this twice because it just wasn't as thick as I wanted the soup to be. This is where you're going to turn on saute mode. So you're going to hit cancel and hit saute. And I use heavy whipping cream. I just like the thickness of the heavy whipping cream versus milk. I've used both. It just depends on what you have on hand. So once you add the slurry on saute mode, you're going to wait till it gets hot. You're going to add your slurry into there. And then you're going to add your heavy whipping cream. Make sure you shake the heavy whipping cream before adding it in there so you can get all of it together. And then you're just going to let it saute for about 5 minutes till it's bubbling hot. And then you can serve it up. It took about 5 to 6 minutes to get to the thickness that I liked. What you see now is not as thick as I wanted, so I did make it a little bit thicker. Other than that, I served it up with my homemade garlic bread, and that was it. So I did cook up some extra bacon, which I'm going to top with a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, or you can use any kind of white cheese. I buy this French bread at the grocery store. It's like $1.50 or something like that, and I make my own garlic spread, which includes butter, garlic, and some parsley and salt and pepper. That's it. You're just gonna top it and, girl, dig in. Now, as I said, it's disrespectful cold outside, and you can freeze this and pull it out for lunch or dinner whenever you want. As always, I thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment, and share this video. I'll see you in the next one.